Our next presenter is is it Sumner Benton?
That is correct.
Okay, Mr. Sumner Benton, and he is going to tell us about Black Boys of Distinction. Mr. Benton, thank you very much for
Thank you.
joining us today.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Rather good evening. I've truly enjoyed all that has been said and done up until this point. Want to truly extend our thank yous to television as well as those that are the officials to thank you for allowing Black Boys of Distinction to be with you here today. I am given the extreme pleasure and honor of representing a program that is near and dear to my heart, being one of those that was on all levels accounted to be an at-risk youth with a father who was absent as well as an alcoholic and a mother who today is still incarcerated in the federal prison system. Um, the program Black Boys of Distinction is a continual program, continual in that once a young man enters into our program, they are with us for life. We actually help or try to help to break the cycle, the vicious cycle of underachievement, underemployment, and crime and imprisonment. And we try to help the young men to make the change and turn it around through character education uh, to to avoid those things that would hinder them from growing and developing. Black Boys of Distinction emphasizes in behavior modification through mentoring, which we have found results in higher education. One thing that we have found is that, first of all, I'd be remiss not to mention the founder of Black Boys of Distinction and give you a little bit of history on how it began. In the year 2008, Apostle Tommy Quick, a local pastor in Spartanburg, South Carolina, was moved by the young men that we encountered every Tuesday night, busing in over 100 students or children into our facility to teach them and educate them, moved by them as well as the young people that were in our church that had kind of gone astray. And he began to seek God in prayer for a solution, for something that would help to destroy these barriers to growth and development and that would help the young people to be engaged in their education. So moved that by the statistics that we know, less than 50% of African American males graduate from high school, and we know that about 30% of those African American boys are expelled or suspended from school. And so, based upon the best practices that have been found, Black Boys of Distinction, amongst other avenues and other ways to come to this point, was established. Um, Black Boys of Distinction focuses on several distinctions. There are eight, to be specific, eight distinctions that we believe that if we can help a young person to develop in these areas, we can help them to have the things necessary to be successful in our society and in their community. One is identity. The second is health. The third is direction. The fourth is social skills. Fifth is academics. Sixth is career exploration. The seventh is service. And we believe that the glue that binds all of these together, that helps us to have the type of success that we have had, is spirituality. Want to talk about what we use, a few methodologies in respect of time and the order of the program. Just want to share a few highlights with you today. We at Black Boys of Distinction have a all-male African American staff that really gets down in the trenches and in the dirt to help our young men to overcome those barriers and challenges. It is an encouragement, as they have said to me and I have experienced in my own life, that when I have someone that I feel like that I can relate to, it helps me to feel like there is hope and that I can actually achieve what's being put before me. Secondly, we actually are facilitators. We are not we don't push anything down their throat, but we have acquired a wealth of knowledge. Actually, this curriculum that we have has been approved by the State Department of Education to be implemented into every school across our state. We actually facilitate the program. That means that we have at each onset of each session, we have a goal, a place that we want the young men to get to. And we work through different methodologies, through debates, through acting, through discussion, it's through exploration. They arrive to the points, because statistics show that when men, whether black, Asian, or whoever, when they are able to make up their mind with a decision, they tend to stick to it. And so we want the young men to take ownership for their decisions. The last thing that I will mention is that we actually help the young men through our career portion to actually be a part of a program called Design Your Life. And in that program, it's similar to the gentleman that was on the panel earlier, where they can actually test drive a career. They actually begin to see what education is necessary to be able to be successful in whatever they are aspiring to be. As a matter of fact, one other portion of our career exploration, we actually had representatives from all 16 career clusters at our facility to have a career fair. And the young men were not just there asking them, what is your salary? But they were able to ask intelligent questions about what challenges did you have to become the local sheriff? What kind of challenges and barriers did you face to be a local banker, or so forth and so on? And so we're excited about the program and what we have been able to offer them up until this date. I will say that Black Boys of Distinction has been able to partner with a prestigious college, local college in Spartanburg, Wofford College, where we have this summer completed our third successful year in a summer enrichment, where we had 65 boys and their parents, because so many times there is a missing ingredient that we felt like was just as important as reaching the young men and engaging them, was engaging their parents. And many of us, I'm an educator, I work at Carver Middle School in Spartanburg, and what I know is that the young people in the summertime, that is the biggest time where they begin to lose the information that they had acquired over that last school year. And so in the summertime, we were able to keep them engaged, keep them in an environment that was conducive and safe for learning, and help them to grow and develop and be on track to be successful in the next school year. We joined with those parents, and we educated them, those parents. We actually work with them and partner with them and show them how they are a vital key in the process of helping their young men to develop. Providing parenting classes, we actually had an astounding turnout of over 80% of the parents participating in mandatory parenting enrichment meetings. And so I will say to you, in our partnership with Wofford, we actually allowed those young men to experience the college experience, to be able to stay on campus for a full week, being taught by professors from the college, as well as the mentors and the instructors to show them and help them to grow and develop. Until this point, we want to say that it has been a pleasure. Again, there's not a greater leader that I believe other than Apostle Tommy Quick, who founded and took it upon his heart not just to be in word only, but to show forth, to put his money forth. I would be remiss not to mention that the program stood and continues to stand even when not funded, because the problem is just that great. That if we don't take pride and do it ourselves, the problem will not be swept up under the rug, and it won't just go away. I want to take a few moments to allow a couple of our young men to share, as well as a couple of parents as well.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Tyler Simpson, and I will share a little bit that I was able to gather in my brain before I came up here about BBOD. My experience in BBOD has been all very, very good. Like, from the mentors to the other students in the program, and the effect that they had on my life. And like, being able to build up friendships and brotherhood during the whole program. And BBOD has taught me not only to be a better person, but to be a good leader to people around me and people that are around the same age as me. And to set an example for my little brother and my little sisters. And it taught me not to be a statistic of the U.S. that we live in now. And over there's my mom. And I love my mom to death. So I wouldn't want to be one of the statistics and put my mom through the pain of seeing me put in jail, seeing me put under the ground or something like that at a young age. So that's basically what I was able to learn over BBOD. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Joshua Miller, and I've had a great experience at BBOD for the summer camp. This has been my second year at BBOD, and I've enjoyed it. And it's so fun to be around a group of people that love you and that have the same personalities and characteristics as you, and that want you to be successful and do better in your life. And that's what I've got while I've been at BBOD. I've learned a lot of lessons, and one of them was learn how to persevere, because one of the examples was that we would always play kickball against this group that was younger than us. So they would beat us every single time because we didn't persevere, and we would always blame each other. So the next time we worked together and persevered, and then we finally beat them. And so I just said that to say that there's a lot of lessons taught and that you can learn from BBOD, and it's a great program. Thank you. Oh, I just turned 13 years old, and thank you. And BBOD is a great program. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Chesia Simpson, and it's my son. Thank you. Black Boys of Distinction has played an important role in the lives of my sons by providing an atmosphere for growth and development of their character and opportunities to learn skills in various fields of technology and industry. And in the span of a year, it has changed my son's outlook on life, their outlook on their path to college, and also the outlook on their careers. And I'm standing here before you teary-eyed and choked up because my brother is that statistic. And had BBOD been available to him at the time when he was going through, he wouldn't have been. This is the missing link in so many families, in so many homes, in so many black communities. And I believe firmly in the mission statement that BBOD has set forth. I believe in all the male staff members. I trust them with my sons' lives. I'm a parent who doesn't stray away from my sons more than 2 feet. All the staff will tell you that when the first year in BBOD was last year, and I was on the phone speaking with Minister Quick. I tracked him down. I called, where are my sons? But as time went on, and I found that they were responsible, they were accountable, they were trustworthy, they were knowledgeable, they were available to these young men. My fears drifted. They went away because I knew that they were in the hands of men who cared, men who wanted to help them bridge that gap to college, to make it in life, to have a purpose. And I strongly and wholeheartedly believe that because of the vision that Apostle Quick birthed, that the gap will be bridged in Spartanburg County. I believe that. I see that. I've seen it 2 summers in a row where these young men are coming in, they're tucking in their shirts. They're pulling up their pants. They're saying, yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Thank you. They're spending weeks on Wofford campus, Wofford College, young black men on Wofford College campus, taking courses, and they're able to be away from home without accident or incident. I mean, it's a phenomenal program to be involved in. I thought it painstaking at first, my first year, to get up on Saturday morning and have to go and sit at the Promised Land, which is now my home church, I'm sorry, and go through this parenting class. But once I saw the vision, once I saw that they were for real, it was nothing to throw my 100% support behind them, because that's how important it is to me. That's how important it is to my sons. It's important for them to see me support BBOD. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Kathy Miller, and Joshua Miller is my son. And just so that you know, my husband is 6'3", and we're just waiting on Joshua to catch up. It won't be long. But I just stand before you as a parent. Joshua has been a part of BBOD for 2 years. The very first year that BBOD was started, Joshua was unable to be a part of it. And I was so disappointed because of the limited spacing. Well, the second year, he had an opportunity, and I was so excited. I was more excited than Joshua about BBOD. And just like Mrs. Vaughn, it didn't take me very long to see the true commitment. My husband and I are very involved with Joshua, and we went on the trip with them. They took the boys on an end-of-the-year trip, and it was so amazing. The commitment, the love. Before I knew it, I was like line, hook, and sinker. And we have been blessed to have a preschool in Spartanburg. And after seeing Apostle Quick's vision, watching exactly how the program worked, I went to him and asked, could our preschool please start a BBOD Junior? Because I, like Mrs. Vaughn, have a family that has suffered generations of drug abuse, drug addiction, incarceration. And I was determined that when I had a son, that would not be his plight. And I understood very well the plight of the African-American male. I had a very close family member that died with a needle in their arm. And I was convinced that there was nothing that I could do about that, who was someone's father, someone's son, someone's brother, and someone's uncle. But what I could do was use every opportunity available to me to make sure that that wouldn't happen to someone else. And people may wonder, what does a Black Boy of Distinction Junior look like? Well, I was blessed to be able to bring one of the young men with me who is 4 years old, and his name is Caleb Williams. And Caleb is from Spartanburg, and he has behaved so well. You all probably did not even know that Caleb was in the crowd. And what blesses me so much about Black Boys of Distinction is that they will grow up to be Black men of distinction, and that they will know at a very early age that they are loved and that there is absolutely nothing that they cannot do. So I salute Apostle Tommy Quick for the vision, for the endurance, and just for having the courage to be a trailblazer and to move forward so that there wouldn't be as many statistics as I saw even in my own family.
And as we close, just want to mention two more things. We were fortunate enough in our initial year to be invited. After the first symposium, the principals and the community were so excited about Black Boys of Distinction and the promise that it showed to have, that they invited us into 2 Title I schools in Spartanburg. And I'm pleased to announce that not upon our statistics, but upon their statistics, in one of those schools, and all of you educators know that the second part of the year, in the springtime, is one of the most difficult times because the young people know that it's almost summertime. We were able to reduce behavior incidents in the boys, because it was a single gender class, by over 60%. And as we prepare to take our seat, I think of a young man, because sometimes you get caught up in the number when you look at a holistic view, but I like to pinpoint on a young man that I'm thinking of right now, who prior to Black Boys of Distinction in 1 year was suspended over 16 times. And since, I'm glad to announce, since he has been in our program, which he's been in since the inception, he has not been suspended at all. Thank you. Thank you.
Parents and students and Caleb, thank you so much for presenting today. We appreciate you coming down from Spartanburg, from the upstate, and sharing your program with us.